What's good, angels? It's your girl EarthAngel, naturally all up on your screen with another episode of DSession. Welcome back to another episode of DSession, guys. Oh my gosh. Hi everybody. Jesus, mommy say no bad. Uno must say I keep not true. But a lot has been happening, guys. A lot has been happening. I think I'm going to give you maybe a story time in the future about like what this whole break was all about. But I don't really want to dwell in the past. I am back in full effect. We're ready to start take over the session episodes weekly because I want if things going to escape my assessment just because I didn't go through my little vacation. But it's stopped now. So for today's episode, I really just wanted to say one, welcome all the new subscribers there. But Jesus, oh my gosh, I think the last time I uploaded a video I was celebrating reaching 500 subscribers, and now I'm over 640 subscribers, and I love each and every one of you. Welcome, guys. Hi everybody. This is the place to be. Listen, you couldn't subscribe to a better YouTube channel because over here we keep it real and we keep it hot and we keep it good every single time. We will talk up all the nicest them about dancehall, current events, politics, everything. I'm very friendly, I'm very nice, man. I won't forgive like a joke, and I'm very comfortable in my own skin, so you always gonna get the realest, authentic, genuine vibes over here on the session EarthAngel National channel. Yeah, so welcome everybody. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for commenting, guys, thank you for liking the videos, just thank you for watching, and thank you for allowing my video about the Canis Jackson story to do so well. I appreciate you guys so much because that video meant a lot to me. I said a lot in that video that was not coming from a fake place or a place of insincerity. I was very much genuine. That was my raw emotions in that video, and you guys received it very well. Comment, what are you doing? Comment is back. Comment, tell everybody hello. Everybody miss you too. Come, wait. Comment. She not here no man. She must say look how long man so no. Man not we are talk good people there. Comment not here no man, everybody. But yeah, I'm fix this back. We'll settle. Wanna go? I sound decent? I'm never sure. Anyways, but yeah, so thank you guys so much for showing that video so much love and for continuing to support this little movement over here. What we really are trying to present dancehall in a way where it's not just mix up, lele, cuss, all sorts of excitement, but it's really to present it as a powerhouse industry like what it is. So yeah. So welcome everyone, love you guys. Now let's actually jump into what the hot topic for this episode is. This turn on. People please. Hello everybody. People, this is a message. This is a message to the government of Jamaica, Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Yes, I really need to have you all sit down so we can talk over this Zoom chat and really have a conversation about what is taking place regarding this pandemic and what you guys say you are doing to help to curtail the spread. Come on to understand. So I'm glad to allow you to come. Hello Mr. Andrew Holness, hello Mr. Prime Minister, hello Minister of Security, hello Minister Health, Wagwan over there. So hello Babsy Green. So Babsy, Wagwan, wait, but yes, Wagwan. Yes, big up to everybody who is here. I wanted also to invite Mr. Damian Crawford because a lot of my points will be stemming from things he has already said, but he was not able to attend. So it's just going to be us today, Mr. Government and Mrs. Government, and we'll have something to talk about. Okay, alright, get comfortable. We're about to dive in. Alright, so we're all gathered here today to discuss C19, the pandemic, the social distancing, you know, protocols that have been put in place, the curfew that has been put in place to help to curtail the spread of the coronavirus, right? Okay, let me give you guys a backstory before I go into the real meat of the matter. I'm going to some breakfast, I'm going to some tea so we can belch pan the gas before I stuff the rice and peas and chicken down on the throat and potato salad and asta excitement to look at carrot juice on the side. You get me? I come from, I'm going to look at breakfast. So C19 come 2020, shocked the world, everybody did I go through social distancing, the whole world locked down, borders closed, tourism get hit in the face, and all sorts of things that I keep, right? Okay, Jamaica went into a serious lockdown for majority of 2020. A curfew was in place, serious restrictions, public holidays, we couldn't go nowhere. Moving on into 2021 is the same. You know, it's a little bit more relaxed than it was last year, I think, but yeah, we're still under curfew, still, you know, social distancing. Some persons haven't gone back to work. We're still doing work from home for most companies. So Jamaica is still actively going through a crisis in terms of trying to maintain the spread of the C19 virus throughout the country, right? Or as they say, as they've told us. Now, what this video is about is how I feel power has been abused a lot in several different ways across, you know, this whole process of trying to curtail the virus, and I think it really needs to be addressed, because I don't know if nobody else not say, but me so wanna do, but don't like it. You guys are targeting people, and only need to be exposed. This needs to be talked about. This really needs to be talked about, because it'll go along now for a whole year and odd, and if we not do something about it, it's only gonna get worse. So I think a conversation really needs to be had about what the purpose of this curfew is. Are we really trying to, you know, contain C19, or is it just a way to control people's freedom of speech, freedom of movement, freedom of life, and just wanting to live, to experience life, freedom to exist? So I really want to talk about that seriously, guys, and my arguments are mainly based on the fact that me not say what happened where ultimately is leading to curtailing this virus. Everything is actually helping to propel the spread. And the reason why I say that is because, firstly, right, the protocol is that you are supposed to be in your house or in your yard by the curfew hours, right? The curfew hours currently is 8 p.m. because of the whole holiday thing. It moved back to 11 o'clock the other day after the whole entertainment industry got up in arms about the fact that it's 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock curfew is ridiculous. I think at one point it was 6 o'clock and 2 o'clock. It was completely ridiculous, and they keep moving the curfew earlier and earlier under the guise that the virus is spreading rapidly, right? So they moved the curfew up earlier, and then now it's 8 o'clock because of the whole Emancipendence. Oh, happy Emancipendence, guys. Happy Emancipendence to all my Jamaicans in the diaspora, to all my local Jamaicans. Big up on the damn self, to all of my non-Jamaicans who married to Jamaicans, to all of my Jamaicans who have, to all of my non-Jamaicans who have Jamaican family and Jamaican parentage. Big up all of the damn clean self. But yeah, back to the discussion. So all of this was put in place in order to help limit movement so that the virus wouldn't spread a lot, right? My problem with the curfew is this, people. The curfew get treated in a certain place is different than we get treated in other places. You get where I come from? The curfew feel to me like it is more being enforced in areas that are of lesser economic prowess then, or of lower financial status, like ghetto. It is being pushed more in like the garrison areas or the poor areas or the poor areas of the country than the richer areas or the more wealthy areas, or what we call uptown. You get where I come from? Why I say that? 8 o'clock on the dot, by 7:30 you are going to see patrol cars in certain areas warning persons to go inside where the curfew is, and in other areas like you have your Greater Portmore, certain areas of Greater Portmore, you have your Constant Spring and all these uptown areas where, listen to my people, you can dip on the sidewalk till 10-11 o'clock in the night. You're not going to see one patrol car warning you to stay inside. Not one. Whether you're having an event, whether you're just out there vibing, it don't matter what you're doing, you are more guaranteed to see a police officer warning you about the curfew if you are in certain areas of Jamaica than if you were in others. That's a number one. I feel like me not too like about this curfew thing and how now go about it. The next thing too is when they say the curfew is for C19, right? The curfew is not because the country is being overstricken with violence. The curfew is not because we're not trying to find some wanted people. The curfew is not because of any danger to society, right? The curfew is because of COVID. Then why is it when you arrest people who are outside of the curfew hours, meaning persons who are on the street after the curfew has already passed, why when you arrest those persons, the process after the arrest does not reflect that of wanting to curtail the virus? This is what happens when you get arrested in Jamaica, people, after the curfew, okay? You get arrested, you get disrespected by the police, you get taken to the station where you have to sit in a cell, possibly with others who were also arrested at the same time that you were, or during the day, or at night when you get arrested. Them are gonna in the cell with you. Nobody no give no sanitization, nobody don't offer you vaccination, nobody don't COVID test you, and then you have to get bail, and when you're released, you have to report back to court to pay a fine for disrespecting the COVID protocols. How does that reflect wanting to curtail a virus? Like, that's so baffling to me. Up to today, outside of the arrests and the whole process behind what happens after you disobey the curfew measures, there is this whole social media humiliation program where the police seem to have in aid of protecting the honor and sovereignty of the government. Now, I'm sure everybody has seen the video that has gone viral recently with a young man who, a video went viral with him on social media stating how he feels very passionately, I must add, about the whole curfew, and he had some words for the Prime Minister.
Let's start it. Yeah. Anjo, Holness, me, name Shaquille Higgins, live on Main Street, man. Come to me now. You're real waste, man, yo. Anjo. How are you, man?
Go 8 o'clock curfew.
After man plan to Marco Polo, come boy, hey boy,
he wasn't threatening the Prime Minister, he was just expressing himself as the average Jamaican does. Now, the next video after that will go viral, where everybody say, is the fact that the police went to the young man's home, recorded inside his house, and forced him to, arrested him, mind you, arrested him, and then recorded him basically being forced to apologize for the things that he said in the video. And everybody are talk about that. Dean Jackson Miller talk about it, YouTube are talk about it, everybody and them grandmother are talk about how, for want of a better word, disgusting that whole situation is.
You did a drink today? I drink his boots, yo?
Yeah, inform me, little.
The Prime Minister only said, me sorry, me ever make that utterance.
Go ahead, Mr. Higgins.
I'm really sorry.
No, man, go better than that, man. Go see like when you go into your car, man, that man and so forth.
I'm really sorry for the indecent language. I'm sorry for whatever I said in the video. All those bad things, I'm sorry about it.
So the police,
I'm sorry to the police force.
And honestly, me personally very surprised. So everybody so shocked about what the police them do, because it's not the first to remember about the youth last year we saw outside.
And we'll pick the water. The police, Andrew's got can't do nothing. We out here, we not going, see there. Life me, I make sure go. We out here, we not going.
Remember that you there? Yeah, police never go for him too. Like, listen to my man. Right now, the criminal they need for the start record themselves for disrespect the Prime Minister. So violence can't go down because the police look like they can't find you better. When you record yourself. Nah, I not take bad thing make joke. People are serious somewhere going. So everybody I deal with it, right? But the reason why me surprised everybody's a shocker, because our lovely, wonderful, must be protected at all cost, Damian Crawford, already shared this storyline. In basically tell we already said that the government and the Prime Minister depend. Remember in Parliament, I think I mentioned it in a previous video, but I might include the clip right here. So, but remember when him be in a Parliament and him did basically address the Prime Minister, and he says the Prime Minister say he is encouraging a government badness and he's enabling the police officers to treat people very badly because of an agenda they believe he is pushing, and people now have him as a social media prime minister because you tend to be more aggressive with things that are happening on social media rather than what is happening in your citizens them day-to-day life.
The citizens of the country, Mr. President, are afraid of the government. You embraced a song called Government Badness and Holness, not me. So you speak to the things you embrace, not me. I am also aware, Mr. President, no, but the past is just a exaggerated reality. It's not the first. It's not the first. Many who have criticized Mr. Holness have been arrested and publicized on the internet.
Mr. President, on a point of order. On a point of order.
I can give examples.
On a point of order, Mr. President.
Senator.
On a point of order, Mr. President. On a point of order, Mr. President, the senator is misleading the House, and he must withdraw those allegations. They are untrue. They are untrue. They are baseless, and they should be withdrawn. They should not remain on the record of this honorable chamber.
What he's saying in any event is still misleading and seeking to imply. There has been nobody who has been arrested for criticizing the Prime Minister. None. None.
And the people them bash Damien Crawford, him did have for retracting statements them when him go up on the fix, and Nara asked him why retract his statements them because no people are gonna feel really believe what he did I say. And Damien Crawford said no, don't get it twisted. Me still 100% know say what me that say is facts. The thing is just me can't bother. Literally that's what he said. I'm gonna show him the clip. Him literally say me can't bother. Him just couldn't bother. Say him retract the statements, give them win, and move on with him life, because at the end of the day, people, because we have so many enablers in Jamaica, like I'm baffled by the fact that there are so many people who feel what is happening right now in the country is what's supposed to happen. This no make no sense. This is the most inefficient, in my way, and counterproductive measure to curtail a virus that I've ever seen. It makes no sense. At no point is it being shown that yes, this is what the purpose is. Even if the people that on social media are cuss about the curfew, all you do is have a press conference explaining to people why the curfew is important and reinforcing what will happen after the curfew is done. Because if people are aware of the fact that disrespecting the curfew is you basically disrespecting people being able to live because COVID not spread like a wildfire, then that would come off a little bit better. But when it feel like, oh, me say if stay a yard, you say not stay a yard, me upset over that. C19 is nowhere to be found in the conversation. Nowhere at all. How is it being dealt with in that way, and the purpose of the arrest is because of C19? In my opinion, if you arrest a person, the first thing you're supposed to do is, where is your mask? I'm supposed to immediately get the vibe, say, Jesus, say me not trouble because I'm not deal with the pandemic properly. Ask the person for your mask. Ask the person what proper sanitization them have while them on the road right now. Ask the person what is their purpose of being on the road right now. You get me? And next thing too, when them go to the station, tell them say them gonna get vaccinated. If vaccination, alright, let's say vaccination there in Jamaica right now. Everybody have a choice to be vaccinated, right? The easiest thing to do would be, if me catch you after the curfew hours, then that mean I cannot trust you to be responsible enough to not endanger yourself or other people. So you will be forced to be vaccinated. That way there, if me out past 8 o'clock right now, I know say me I give up my choice and whether or not I want to be vaccinated because me can't stay in my yard when the Prime Minister said me to stay home. Nobody not talk to you about vaccination, nobody not ask you for mask, nobody not give you a mask, nobody not give you a sanitizer, nothing at all. You literally feel like you're just in a trouble because you didn't do what the Prime Minister asked you to do, or you didn't do what the law says. And like, I feel like the government and the police and everybody forget the purpose of the curfew, right? Because it now, on top of all of that, a lot of persons were upset about the fact that they recorded inside the young man's house, because I think there's a GoFundMe right now out for him, persons who are wanting to assist, you know, in his situation, because them record inside him house and everybody see, you know, what it looked like and so forth. So people were upset about that. They said there was no need to humiliate him. He was not, you know, he wasn't doing any criminal activity. Like, there's no need for what the police was doing. But honestly, people, me glad them do it. I'm very much happy them do it. You know why I'm happy? Because we have the proof now. Them put the evidence out there what we did need about a argument we have one long time where people are say, a long time people are talk say this whole curfew thing is targeted. This whole curfew thing that have nothing to do with C19, it have to do with just an upgraded level of Zoso. Honestly, a long time people are saying said the government and the security, you know, ministry out here, what they might try to push seem to be targeting a certain segment of society. Even though also Jamaica stay a long time, because everybody around the island, the average person, is not happy with what going on with the curfew. Everybody realize say the country now run off of democracy and more dictatorship. Because of C19, everything is about C19. Or everybody I get what them want for a long time because C19 is here. People are talk a long time say that are one. All them do is prove themselves. Cause why you go record inside of the man's house? Why you try to do that? You get me? And Crawford did even mention it in the interview, say certain people them now go offer. Them now go offer him and them now go offer the host of the fix because him have him uncle a liar and them have money can pay a liar. But the little man who put out him little video on social media, not a liar. So of course him go get go for. It is simple, common sense. And honestly, people, what I want them to understand is that people are not upset about the curfew because them no feel like C19 is real, or they don't feel like they are, you know, encouraging the spread of the virus. People are upset over the curfew because it is not being handled in a way to actually curtail the spread of the virus. The virus still take life in Jamaica. Every day the numbers are go up, every day more people lose them life to the virus, and yet still the curfew measures still exist. Like if you test a hypothesis and it don't work, you're not supposed to go back to the drawing board. At what point am I going to go back to the drawing board and realize a curfew you're not held? Because at what point? A time, man, a time for go back to the drawing board, a time for readjust the approach towards ensuring that persons are safe and that the spread of the virus go down instead of go up. But and I just him alone in case government, police, everybody, it's not just the people them where I post on social media have a voice. Here it's not just the people them where I post videos or I say them want to say on Instagram or Twitter that you know deserves your attention. Everybody deserves your attention. Everybody is being affected by this, and I don't think people understand how this curfew or this whole lockdown is really affecting people's lives and how them live. Alright, I'm going to a scenario. Maybe this helps some people understand where some people actually are going through. Alright? You actually have people where them live in a house where just 1 bedroom, 3 bed in there, no TV, the kitchen and the bathroom, the outside, and 6 people living at the house. And you're asking those people to go inside together from 8 o'clock in the night, go all the way back to the next morning. And on public holidays all day. And I mean, I'm not saying that, oh, it's a death sentence, because if it's something that we have to do, then we have to do it at the end of the day. But it not help the situation. It not help the situation, so the people them must suffer for no reason. That's my issue with it. And the people them where I encourage this type of handling at the C19 in Jamaica in a 6-bedroom house with just 2 people. Just them are the 2 people living in a house, 6 bedrooms, 6 TV, kitchen, washroom, everything there inside. So when you hear for the lockdown are the best thing you could have ever hear, because you have everything all AC, you turn on and a blast. So this not affect you none at all. More than the fact that when you want to go party, you probably can't do it. And a whole heap of party I keep, but I'm not going to touch upon that. Because I never come here to inform on nobody or for talk about nothing where unnecessary. I come here to talk about the fact that we are being abused. We are being abused, we are being oppressed. And even if you not be abused because you live up in a Beverly Hills and this don't affect you because most of the time you're there your yard anyway, because everything there your yard, because you have money for buy everything what you need to put in your house for yourself, so you don't need to go next door for chat to your friend because you're not on the TV, and you don't need to go down to the bar go have a drink because you don't have a big queue of real nephew in your house with some cranberry juice. Yeah. Even Uno have loved ones and people who are close to where I suffer because of what going on right now. So this concern everybody, nobody is exempted from giving them attention to what is happening in the country. And the reason why I put out that video here, the reason why I choose to come back to my channel with this instead of just doing a reaction video or talking about what is hot in dancehall right now is because for the first time, I see people collectively are come together and actually are try to get the government attention about something that is affecting poor people. Because the curfew don't affect the rich in Jamaica. It doesn't. But it don't. In terms of your personal freedom of movement, it don't affect you. It don't affect you. If we're going to be honest with ourselves, people, it don't affect them. So I'm happy about the fact that people are talking about it, and as much voices as we can add to this cause is necessary because it can't continue. People will hear, oh, you're being oppressed and feel like, oh gosh, she'll be extra, she'll blow this out of proportion. But if you understand what oppression is, you'll understand that you are. Oppression is when you're aware that what is happening to you is not right, but you're incapable of doing anything about it because the persons put in place to protect you are the ones encouraging what is happening to you. That's what oppression is here. So tell me now, if the people are supposed to make sure so we're alright, and do things for limit our livelihood and how our quality of life is, then what are we going to do? We have to unite as a people and think about what we want, what can better our society. What is right and what is not right. It can't depend on the police to protect you because the police ultimately are going to do what them feel the government wants. The government have to say it, him actions prove it. Him actions tell what him is about. In a big observer interview, the man asked a general question about why the curfew is necessary, and you are going to talk about a corner shop in a ghetto that have a big crowd.
So they are not able to stock up like Vernon, who gets his pay on a monthly basis and goes to Price Mart and comes out with 3 or 4 trolleys.
Oh, I wish.
Oh my God! Wow! We have to lock down because the persons who are going to the corner shop on a Sunday or a Saturday or whichever day to buy the 2 pound of rice, the big jar of oil, the half of bread and so forth, and the half of chicken or chicken parts or chicken back. Those persons are not wearing their masks.
Stop it. Get some help.
They are not social distancing. They may not get ill, but their grandmother or an older uncle will get ill.
Yeah.
And when they go to the hospital, there is no bed there for them. Or oxygen there for them. And then they go on social media and say, the government wicked, see what they are suffer.
When big crowd they are corner shop in a ghetto, first of all, the corner shop not have enough things in it for have a big crowd, but I don't need to talk about that because Damien Crawford already debunked that statement there. So at every turn, I just ghetto people, garrison people, poor people. But, like I said, there's obviously an agenda going on, guys, and C19 is being used as a guise to do what they feel needs to be done regarding this agenda, and I really think it needs the attention of all of us. It needs the attention of everybody. It needs everybody to, you know, not sit back and just follow like sheep. Like, we need to care more about everybody with their own way, and everybody will have a life, everybody will, you know, live not just by the means of, you know, wealth and richness and whatever, but literally live day by day, day to day, hand to mouth. You get me? Anyways, guys, I hope all of you who went to Dream Weekend enjoyed yourselves. Like I said, you know, the curfew is not really for Ono. Social distancing, C19 is not really for Ono, and for the people them like the youth to post a video on Instagram or there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I hope all of you and my Angel Army enjoy your independence, local Jamaicans, diaspora Jamaicans where, you know, no longer really affiliated with Jamaican, but not Jamaican, non-Jamaicans have Jamaican parentage. Happy independence to all of you guys. I love all of you. Share the video, like the video, comment down below what your experiences with this whole C19 protocols have been, and what possible suggestions you might have for the government that might be more efficient and cost productive than, you know, what they are doing right now, and less abusive and oppressive. Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys, and follow me on social media. I am back. Listen to me. Get ready, because my next video will be coming very, very soon. I'll come back with some reactions and some more dancehall thing. But you get me, we have to deal with home. We have to start out with kitchen and clean up our bathroom and sweep out the house and spread the bed. So we have to make sure home good before we come keep party. You get where I come from? So I love all of you. Walk good. All the beautiful people out there in the world. I love you guys. Bye.